heavyweight champion of Great Britain, comes from Bolton, and is opposed by Steve Taylor of Bradford.
Hello again, grappler fans.
The
Good
bout
afternoon to you.
is over 6 5-minute rounds with one fall only, one submission or KO to decide. Your referee, Mr. Ken Lazenby.
And so once again, good afternoon, without interrupting Arthur Green, our MC this time, who introduced, of course, the first preliminary contest in this afternoon's program, a 6 5-minute round contest of one fall between Bert Royal and Steve Taylor.
Round one.
Now then, for those who don't remember Bert Royal, but I'm sure there are a few grappling fans that don't, the slightly darker trunks with a stripe down the left-hand side at front may help. Steve Taylor, probably the taller of the two, this young Bradford boy, and very much heavier. Catchweight contest of 6 rounds, and the first fall to decide it. Once again, we get a bout of experience versus agility, and maybe a few years younger too, of course, Steve Taylor, but that experienced Royal shouldn't be worried about him. Ken Lazenby, the referee. Good crowd here at the City Hall, Sheffield. A little quiet at the moment, but of course, first bout of a preliminary contest, first round of a preliminary bout is naturally a little slow starter. As they set their sights. Taylor nicely there into a backhand. Look how Royal gets out of it. It looks so easy, doesn't it? So applause from the crowd. They appreciate the good counters, even if they're not making too much noise here. But I bet they warm up later on in this bout. A couple of minutes left in this first round of 6, and already both men showing signs of to be as quite an entertaining contest here. Arm lock now to Steve Taylor. And Bert Royal not able to get out of that arm lock that quick. See if Royal goes to the top here or uses the ropes or the referee's shoulder to do a back somersault. No, comes on the inside nicely. A double wrist lock, but it still didn't work for long. Now it has. Royal has turned the tables completely with that temporary backhand. And Steve Taylor not falling for that one. Just 1 minute left in this first round. an ankle royal. Well, with the leg through, the bar through, that figure four leg lock. So he can stay there for as long as he likes, really, if he decides to try and get a weakener from it. 15 seconds to go. Backhammer to Taylor, but only a few seconds now as he goes for the near arm lever to the end of round one. So young Steve Taylor of Bradford, what a great wrestling family this fella comes from. Eric Taylor, of course, the heavy middleweight champion of Great Britain, trained and really started him off in his what's going to be quite a career, I think. 14 stone, Steve. And he also has a brother in the game, Dave, and we'll see more of him, I think, a little later on, too. Steve Taylor just returned from a few weeks in Germany.
Take it away. Second round.
Round two, and here at the City Hall, Sheffield, a catchweight bout as preliminary contest this afternoon's program between the British heavy middleweight title holder, Bert Royal, back to canvas at the moment, in the slightly darker trunks, versus Steve Taylor of Bradford. Catchweight because Bert Royal at 12 stone 10, Taylor at 14 stone. Referee Ken Lazenby. And there's typical Royal get out. Going for the full Nelson to the quick head mare. And the neck twist to finish. Those Royal feet really can move very quickly indeed and do quite a bit of weakening damage. That's not allowed in this hall or anywhere in Sheffield. Any form of back elbow or arm lever over the shoulder like that against the joint, illegal. The Sheffield Watch Committee will not have it. Put his weight on the Taylor feet to get out of this and bend the knees or open the knees if he can. Yes, and over the top into the full Boston. The typical Royal get out again. And he could have the submission that he needs for the bout, because it's a 1-4 contest. Double leg Nelson follow-up. Holding press follow-up to Steve Taylor. Again, the double leg Nelson Taylor. Holding press Royal. Spun out by Taylor. Nice. Royal thinking of the full Boston crab then, but decides to go for the backbreaker instead, using the knees underneath the small of the back there. Double knee hold. Taylor as a counter gets a 2. 2 count on the pinfall twice. Semi-jet stranglehold now, Royal holding it. Oh yes, nicely held back. He was clear at the top there, Royal. Trying a shoulder press from the top, but changed his mind at the last second. Just under a minute now left in round 2. No score, of course, because this is a 1-4 bout. The first 4 finishes it. Well, that's a Royal specialty, the back of time for the ropes there. We worked back on him here. Half a minute to go. Attempting a backbreaker again over the knees, but not this time. Still a shoulder press possibility. Just 5 seconds to go.
3, 4.
So many people's favorites. Grappling fans from all over the country still think that this guy is one of the greatest, and I'm right along with him, I must say. Bert Royal of Bolton, another great wrestling family, just like his opponent here this afternoon, Taylor. Bert Royal's father, Vic Hessel, brother, of course, Vic Faulkner, and quite a wrestling family there. 2 of them in the ring at the same time.
Take it away. Round 3.
So round 3, 1-4 decides this bout. At catchweight, Bert Royal versus Steve Taylor. And that's Taylor behind Royal there with the stranglehold, but not a very tight one at the moment. And still, in the start of this 3rd round, the crowd here at City Hall, Sheffield, quiet, but they applaud on good moves and good escapes, which shows that they are probably mostly purist, rather than wanting all the fast action stuff with no good wrestling. Well, they're getting the purist stuff here from these 2. Royal's real speciality, apart from the monkey climb, of course, is the flying head scissors, but he was pretty handy with a drop kick there as well, as you saw.
4.
Oh, yes. And if anybody starts the forearm smashing on him, he'll give a couple back. Again, the folding press attempt, but again, too far over. Single finger interlock, and of course Taylor again gets the advantage from that by going for the head rather than staying with the finger lock. No. Don't trouble Royal with that. Again, Royal going for the Boston the 3rd time, and the 4th time he's gone for it. And Taylor underneath now. Royal in trouble here.
1, 2, 3.
Typical Royal move, the near arm lever, the grapevine on the opposite leg. Now, this could possibly develop into a submission hold, but I don't think so with Taylor. I think he'll just hold out. If it's a 2-4 bout, maybe a chance, but in fact, he's... Well, the bar still through. Taylor's bar through the figure four leg lock. Just a couple of minutes left in this third. He's got rid of the figure four anyway. Royal, when in drawn position, so often attacks with his feet on the arm levers and backhands. There's another example of it. One minute.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The leg spread to Taylor. Royal, having got the advantage, immediately saying, well, pick that ball up, because you can do it back to me. Seconds. Oh, that knee came up, did right. Taylor hardly have time to do much else in this round. Right, well, let's have another close-up look at Steve Taylor from Bradford. There he is, Steve, who was saying that he had 1 year amateur experience at the Hilltop Amateur Wrestling Club in Bradford, one of the, perhaps the most famous in the country, one of the most top three anyway, I should think. Turned pro in 1972 full-time. His speciality, of course, learning to master all the holds, but drop kicks may be amongst them. His hobby is breeding horses. He just returned from Germany, had a 6-week tour out there. Very successful, apparently.
Take it away, round 4.
At the start of round 4. Right from the bell, Royal comes out for that drop kick. 3 rounds to go, and 1 fall to decide it. That's the second. Steve Taylor on the canvas there in the lighter trunks, who leaves for Mexico next Tuesday, so we won't be seeing anything of him for a few months.
3, 4. 2.
Royal not going to fall for that, and he does fall for that, though. That was nicely timed by Taylor. Seldom you see Royal walk into a drop kick. He delivers them, but very seldom walks into them. And Taylor got him now to slam from that crotch hold, but the leg chop just gets Royal out of trouble. The nearest thing for Royal. That's a Royal speciality being worked on him again. Taylor operating that well, that flying head scissors, twice. Bert Royal won't like that. And he's walked into the third, a cross press from Taylor, and again Royal in trouble. Third time he's been in trouble in this bout. Very near to a pinfall against him. Only one necessary. He held that well. Cross buttock, low cross buttock. Followed up too late, but Royal waiting for him is over the top reporting press. He leaves base up those arms with his feet, and he'll never move from there. Beautifully done. Typical Bert Royal specialty there on a pinfall. In round 4. Just 1 minute 45 seconds into round 4. Royal the winner by the 1-4 required. And Arthur Green, our MC, to announce.
1 minute and 45 seconds of round 4 with a reverse waist hold, after some really scintillating top-class wrestling, Bert Royal gains the first and the winning fall. Ladies and gentlemen, young Steve Taylor has just made this remark. No queries, no qualms, but he only wished it had been an 8-round contest with 2 falls to give him a chance. Ladies and gentlemen, the words of a champion, Bert Royal says, there's always got to be somebody coming up to try for our titles, our places. I don't refuse anybody. Anytime Steve wants, he can have a rematch.